So essentially, you've got open space. This is perfect for your living area and your dining area. Now, from your dining area, obviously on this side of the wall, there are lots of doors. And then you... yun yung dining. So this is just living? Okay, I stand corrected. This is just your living. Ang laki na kasi, so actually pwede ka mag-fit ng table dito. But yeah, this is just your living. So we've got a brand new house and lot for sale in Filinvest 2, Quezon City. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to another Presello open house tour. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the numbers right from the start. You've got 260 square meters of lot area. That being said, you have this space right in front of your house where you can actually park 4 vehicles. So spec-wise, this house has a 2-car carport, but again, since you can park 4 cars in here for your guests, hey, win-win, right? Okay, so the moment you enter your gorgeous gate, you have this nice little sort of rock garden or zen garden here in the corner. You have access to the side of the house, but of course this is not the main or this is not the first thing that you're gonna check out once you enter someone's home, right? You're not gonna be like, oh, ang ganda ng gate, anong itsura ng gilid? Di naman tayo ganun. So the first thing that you'll actually see is your 2-car carport. So it is open, but meron namang, what is that? Okay, it's a dandelion? Okay. So meron namang bubong para hindi na ulanan yung kotse nyo, and your cars or your vehicles will still be protected from the elements, albeit hindi siya completely closed. Okay, then you have here a manual gate, and then again, access to the side. In other words, you can go around the perimeter of your house with no problem. And then here is your main entrance. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps before you reach the door. And upon entering, high ceiling, lots of light, and very, very bright. So essentially, you've got open space. This is perfect for your living area and your dining area. Now, from your dining area, obviously on this side of the wall, there are lots of doors. And then yun yung dining. So this is just living? Okay, I stand corrected. This is just your living. Ang laki na kasi, so actually pwede ka mag-fit ng table dito. But yeah, this is just your living. So before we go through any of the doors, you have here access towards or to the outside for your little patio. So everything is covered in a rock-like tile. So the design is rock-like, almost marbly, but it is a tile, or they are tiles, and it goes all the way around to the back and until the side. Then on the other side naman, which I showed you earlier, but I just look at it from this angle. You have a bit of the garden and then tile, and then that is your separate male staff quarters. So it's right there, very easy to access, especially since it's near the 2-car carport. Okay, so let's go back inside. Okay, so now that you're seeing this angle, you see your main entrance, and then the first thing that you will come across on the right side is bedroom number 1. Although actually this one, especially since it's on the ground floor, you could turn it into a bedroom, an elderly room, preferably. But if you don't really need the space on the ground floor yet, you can turn this into an office. And it's a really nice view. You've got lots of windows, and your other window looks over your two-car carport. I mean, that's basically the only reason why I say this would be nice as an office, especially since it does have a locked ensuite toilet and bath. Pero yun nga, if you need it as an elderly room, also perfect. Let's see if this one is open. It is. Whew. So the next door is a toilet and bath. So you've got lots of counter space, then your water closet, your enclosed shower. It does come with a door. And this is the door that leads back into bedroom number 1. So this is a double access toilet and bath. But for the sake of this video, let's move back and go back into the living room, and then these two. All right, so clearly, o nga naman, yung isa halatang dining area because of the doors. They are different. They're not a flush door. They have a window. And this one leads to your kitchen. Okay, so this is a really nice kitchen. You've got all of this modular cabinetry, then your counter space. This, I believe, is granite. Yeah, with the way it feels and how it's cut, it's definitely granite. You've got your sink over here, and then space for your stove. And then I suppose your ref would fit in right here in the corner. I mean, obviously naman, di ba, may outlet. And then this door leads back out into the side. And on this side of the property, you have your dirty kitchen or your utility area. It's also covered, so that's really nice. When you're working out here, hindi ka mauulanan or maaarawan. And also, if you do decide to put your appliances here, hold on, let me just check something out. And there, design lang, decor lang siya. I mean, like appliances or small appliances like your rice cooker. I mean, some people do that. Comment down below if you do that. I personally prefer having my rice cooker inside my formal kitchen, but yeah, at least hindi sila mauulanan or maaarawan. And then this door, which also looks like the door that leads to the living room, and from the living room leads to the kitchen, is your dining area. So it's enclosed. So these doors, the ones with the windows in them, are double action or double swing doors. So I can also push it, but then matatama ko si John. So yeah. And I'm gonna go back out that door. Oh, that's interesting. So they decided that this specific door, hindi siya double action or hindi siya double swing. It can be locked from this side. So I guess if you were staying in the dining area and you didn't want anyone to come in, you can just lock the door. It's like, no, you're not gonna eat, son. I'm just kidding. Okay. Please don't do that to your children. Okay. And then here you have your main dining tuloy. You have your main stairs. And look at this accent. It's very subtle. It's a different color than the rest of the wall. It's like a nice beigey suede color, and it's a nice accent that's not too contrasty with the rest of the house, but it is very smooth. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. Yeah, I directed your attention to this beautiful Swedish or brown Swedish color just to tell you to subscribe because, you know, we see you watching and we are very thankful, but we would like to know if you like what we're doing. That way we can keep doing it. Okay, let's head up. This video is sponsored by Carousel, the leading online platform for buying and selling new and secondhand goods. In Carousel, everyone wins. Buy, sell, give. Anything goes. Okay, so on the second floor, you've got all of this space, which you can turn into a family room. And how nice is it that you have this view that looks over your main entrance and the view in front of your house. So there's enough space in here for maybe a sofa or two, depending on what kind of sofa. If you have a love seat, which is a two-seater, and then some entertainment, or your TV, your consoles, etc. Okay, so the first door that you will see, well, coming up the stairs to your right, is the master bedroom. So you've got space, lots of space, and you've also got built-in. So this one is where obviously your TV will go and all your other items, maybe your landline if you still have landlines in your master bedrooms. Comment down below if you are still a fan of phones, the actual landline phones in your room. Okay, and then you have access. Whoa, that was the drone. So anyways, you have access to the balcony from the master bedroom, and this is a pretty big balcony actually. So this one fronts or is on the facade of your house, so it's the views of the front of your house. and then it goes a little bit to the side. So in here you have a view of the adjacent street. Okay, also, this is probably where you would put the outdoor unit of your air conditioning, so easy maintenance. And it wouldn't be a master bedroom if it didn't have an ensuite toilet and bath and walk-in closet. Ooh, look at this. Lots of mirrors. Okay, so you've got solid or flush doors over here for your wardrobe. Of course, it comes in with the, ano ba mas maganda pakita? So it's also got drawers inside, your hanging rod, and then more storage over here with mirrors on the doors. That way you can look at yourself in all angles. And it's not just here, it's also right over there. So this one sliding naman para mas malaki yung mirror, yung panel. Hello. And this is where the actual toilet and bath is. So you've got your his and hers sinks right on top of a... Oh, interesting. This one is tile. Oh, no, it's not. This is some kind of homogeneous tile. Hold on, let me just inspect this real quick. Oh, it's quartz. Okay, it's quartz. Sobrang ano niya, iba yung texture niya, sobrang kinis. Akala ko tuloy tile. Some kind of homogeneous tile, but no, it is quartz. Okay, and then lots of built-in or storage right underneath, your water closet, and then your enclosed shower space with a pretty high up window. That way you don't have to fear if anyone's seeing you from the outside. Okay, let's go back to out to the main hall. All right. So you have 2 remaining doors on this floor. Let's go to this one. Bedroom number 2. So the moment you open the door, you will be welcomed by the wardrobe, the built-in wardrobe. And then over here, you've got the built-in entertainment shelf and desk. So this one is the desk. Mas malapad siya. Okay, honestly, this feels like about 1 meter wide. And typically drawers don't go that wide, but mukha namang, ooh, ring ring. This one looks like it's gonna be able to support the weight. The reason why you don't want a drawer or any shelf or surface that's too wide, because if you have skinnier legs, then it might not be able to support, which is kind of obvious, right? But there are certain materials that can hold a certain weight, and this one is nice and clean. Good job. Comment down below if you are into built-ins as well, or if you just want to have a regular desk that you can move around, because maybe every now and then you like sprucing up your room and changing the layout. Okay, then here we have the ensuite toilet and bath. So your enclosed shower, your water closet, and then your sink. I just realized they use different sinks for the rooms. So this one is a bit of it's a square with rounded corners. The other one was more of a very rectangular shape. Comment down below if you noticed. So I actually like that. I like when developers or individuals build their home and try to put a bit of individuality into the rooms and the toilet and bath. So even if the design is cohesive, there are little touches that are different and that make it look so interesting. Okay, like this one for example. So this one is bedroom number 3. So you've got, again, the built-in shelves for the entertainment. You've got the desk, but this time, the desk is roughly about 1 meter wide as well. But you've got 2 drawers. So that's interesting choice. You have options. Then again, you've got huge windows. Well, actually, this one is the huge window. And then 2 smaller windows out on the side, which makes sense because this is currently an empty lot. But eventually, when someone does decide to build their home in there, at least you don't have you're not gonna feel like, hey neighbor, what's up from your bedroom. And then here we have the built-in wardrobe, which, let me just point that out. I know I've pointed this out several times, but I like this one because there's no open space for dust to settle into. So it's actually pretty nice. You can do this with taller rooms. This one does have a standard 2.7 height ceiling, but nothing bad, nothing wrong with that. And in fact, it's easier to maintain. So again, everything has its pros and cons. All right, and finally, the last toilet and bath. So we've got your enclosed shower, your water closet, and then your sink. The sink looks pretty much the same. It is exactly the same as the last toilet and bath that we went to. Okay, let's do a recap. Let's see, where shall we do it? Dito na lang. Okay, so did you cut? So you've got 320 square meters of floor area, 260 square meters of lot area. Yeah, you've only actually got about 60 square meters more or less of difference between the floor and the lot area. And that only, considering this is a 2-story house, that pretty much tells you that there's lots of open ground space on the ground floor. You get it. Okay, and then you've got 3 bedrooms, 4 toilet and baths, a 2-car carport, but then you can fit 4 vehicles out in the very front of your property. So again, that's a win-win. You've got lots of guest parking space, or if you just really like having lots of cars, then you can fit all of them right outside, because this is in Filinvest 2, Quezon City. You are inside a subdivision. You can afford to park your car right outside of your gate. So if you're anyone you know likes houses like this, or if you enjoy the videos, please do share this on your social medias, or if you do want to see this for yourself, send us a message or go to our website at www.presello.com. Invest in your future. Invest with us. Invest with Presello. Thank you again for watching till the end of the video, and it is now time for another set of Presello notes where I will be commenting or reacting to certain comments that caught my attention, and this time it's going to be from house tour number 122 and unboxing number 38. So from Christian de la Peña, the design is simple with clean lines, not much unnecessary trees, landscaping is low-key, unpretentious, and not overdone. Kudos to the architect. I agree with you 100%. There's something to be said about houses with very clean and simple lines. And while it's not like wow, while you don't get that reaction from guests or anyone else who passes by, you will get a very wow, that house is quite timeless. And to me, that is a treasure. You know what I mean? So there are houses that really wow you because it's so different, and then there are houses that wow you because they're so timeless. Either way, you're a winner. From Mark Brent Lee, second floor comment. Yung developer siguro naka-experience ng buyer na pinatibag ang tiles ng floor. Masyado naman siyang matambuhin. Nadamay tuloy ang gustong bibili ng bahay na yan. Lol. Not smart na walang tiles. Siyempre gusto ng buyer kompleto na at less gastos pag binili yan. Okay, just to clarify, I might not have specified in the video, but just because the floor isn't there yet, it doesn't mean you're gonna add more payment. It's one of those things that you customize, like they're not gonna install the flooring yet because they want you to decide what you want for your own customization. And when you say yes to a certain tile, of course this is within a certain budget, then tsaka lang nila ilalagay. Which in our case, like my family and I, we've had experiences like that wherein we go to a certain house and we're like, okay na sana yung design eh, kasong pangit yung tiles. Parang hindi naman sa pangit, but more of hindi namin taste. So a lot of clients are actually like that. So while it is very convenient na tapos na yung flooring, it's just that this developer probably, has had a lot of experience with clients who have their own taste. So, and that's totally okay. Thank you for sharing your opinion, and this is exactly the kind of comments that we look forward to seeing, because we like seeing your opinions on these things. And respect. We all have our own opinions, and it's okay. From Marcelo Cayetano, is it a common practice in the Philippines to put the washing machine outside without any roofing cover? Seldom you mentioned any washer and dryer together unless the owner had a clothesline outside built that will be utilized to dry the clothes. Okay, so for the first part of your comment, is it common practice in the Philippines to put the washing machine outside without any roofing cover? It is common practice to put your washing machine outside, although it's not common practice to put it without any roofing cover. So usually we find ways to put a roofing cover, whether it's some kind of takip or some kind of awning. And then for the second part, Seldom do I mention any washer and dryer together. Well, to be honest, of course now uso na siya, diba? Uso na yung washer-dryer combo or even buying a washer and a dryer separately. Although I have to admit, I think this kind of mindset or you know, being able to buy both has just caught on to the middle classes like within I think the last 10 years or so. Because prior to that, people just had a regular top load washing machine. Ngayon kasi uso na yung front load, diba? Which is what yun yung pwede mong pagpatungin na washer dryer or again a washer dryer in one. So yeah, we're a little behind on that, but we're getting there and it's great. Is that it? Oh, okay, that's already 3 comments. All right, well, thank you guys again for watching till the end of the video. Comment down below if you had any more thoughts to add on to the Presello notes. And if you want to see more houses like this, very clean and timeless, click on this link. And if you want to see more of our favorites, click on this link. And we'll see you again in the next video. Bye!